Brady. This is going to be exciting.
And they got career starts up to go. Green flag is out and underway.
Just a few laps into this. Oh, the 37's getting loose. Oh, and he saves it. Oh, they're going 3 wide.
We've got a 5-way fight for the win of this race coming to 4 laps to go. He's gonna win it here in spectacular fashion.
Rolling into one of the fastest and most demanding circuits on the schedule at Auto Club Speedway. Here tonight with me, it's Jacob Ellingson, or Jake Ellingson if you want to be a little bit informal. And I think Eddie Smith is with us tonight. I don't know, actually.
I hope he's with us because he's running all the cameras and stuff in the booth here with us, Sam.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit, my brain's a little fried. I thought Eddie might be on the mic tonight, but maybe not. But we're here at Auto Club, Jake. It's good to have you again. I haven't talked to you in a couple weeks. How you been, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Living life and trying to make this series go as quick as possible so we can get it here into the fall.
Yeah, getting here into the fall, indeed. Looking at the schedule, we're at Auto Club. We're 6 races in, actually. Sorry. We got Nashville and Indianapolis to wrap up our summer series here in the Warriors Series. I mean, looking at this remaining tracks, it's looking really good for our drivers to really show their skill off.
Absolutely. We got Auto Club tonight, Nashville Super Speedway. Some people don't like it. I personally love the track, and we'll put on some great racing. Then we finish off the season at Indy. No better homage to Goat Locker Racing than rounding out the season at a home track for the league.
Yeah, 100%. But we're at Auto Club tonight, and it looks like we're going to have a nice sunset into a night race. Maybe we'll check it out and see. But tonight's race is going to be a demanding run for all these cars, especially with these next-gen cars. They love to run on the high side, a lot of speed, a lot of banking that these drivers are going to have to deal with. As you can see, 14 degrees in the turn. And a real big issue with these next-gen cars at Auto Club is the rear loves to snap loose on exit of corner, Jake.
That it does. Run a few laps the other week, and it's definitely going to be a handful for the drivers out there, especially when they decide to want to dive it in from 3 zip codes back. So got to be paying attention to that as well. It's going to be about the only way to pass is get that, slide job in and
Yeah,
get it set
definitely.
around the corner. So
Definitely, Jake. I mean, looking at the race analysis tonight, especially with tire management, really going to be a key thing. 60 laps for these drivers. Pit road speed is going to be 55, especially with that tricky 3-4 entrance into the pit road. It's going to be a little hard for these drivers. Tire sets 4, 1 that they're going to start with, and 3 that they're going to have to work with in the pits. 60% fuel, so the cars will be a little bit lighter than usual for some of these drivers. So it's really going to be a slick track tonight.
that it is, and
But, Jake, we're going to go to grid. I see that the counter is going to 20 seconds, so it sounds like we may have our pole winner tonight. And lo and behold, it's another Jake. Look at that. Jake Bustos with our Jam Printing and Promotions pole award tonight with a 39.9. That's a little fast. Skylar Daly is going to take P2, sitting on his outside representing Navy. Going to third, David Calvert is going to sit in P3 with our GOAT original Patrick Dravic sitting in P4. Going into P5, Timothy Williams will show up in P5 with Christopher Heiner for the first responders starting in P6. Going into P7, we got Daniel Parks, another first responder driver, with Jacob Lenke showing out for Army. Going into P9, Kyle Deering for the Marines and Thaddeus Friel also representing. Oh no, that's Bobby Bender. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm gonna let it to you, Jake. Sorry.
In 11th, we have Matt Bove and start in that 11th spot to his outside. We have Kevin Price. Andy Carnes representing Army starting in 13th. And then another Army car starting in 14th, James Kaufman. 16th is going to be DJ Patterson in that 26th. To his outside is going to be the number 7 of Charles Aber. Number 17 is going to... starting 17th is going to be Dakota Cole, and to his outside is going to be Wyatt Dooling. Josh Unger is going to start in at number 51 in the 19th spot with Darren Price to his outside. 21st is going to be Matt Webers in that 52, and 22nd going to be Firefighters' own Claire Sis. 23rd is going to be the 935 Mike Swardson. And then starting 24th is going to be Army's own Brian Frauhager. 25th is going to be Joshua Jackson. 26th, Navy's own in that 911 of Bill Mulfield. And rounding out the field in 27th is going to be Hayden Mirror.
Well, it looks like a full field tonight. Looking at this list that I got in front of me, the point standings looks pretty close. So some points out here to grab out for the drivers tonight. Looks like a shock to some people, but not to me. I didn't see that many Coast Guard drivers out tonight with the few that we have. So they're running in first right now in points. Jake, what's your thoughts on tonight's race?
Well, you just gotta, take it easy, avoid some of the carnage that may happen. A person to look out for in that is going to be that number 7 of Charles Abert. He is definitely one to stay out of trouble and make his way up to the front. I'm betting on him to come away with the top 5 at least.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, looking at it, we're going to run into being under the lights, so the track conditions will change for these drivers as we progress through this race. So really, it's up to these drivers to take care of the rubber in the beginning with that sun just beaming into the cockpit for these drivers. So that exit out of 2 is really going to be a struggle for some drivers if they can handle that sun coming into the windshield.
And that's definitely going to be brutal trying to find that lift point into 3. But something to adjust to, something to make happen. And we're about to get started here. The pace car is about to pull off. And we're about to hit 60 laps here at Auto Club.
Yeah, definitely indeed. We're rolling into the extreme scoring green flag right here. The pace car is going to duck off right now, coming right over us. It's going to be Jake Bustos running the cars into the restart zone. And we are green for our race here at Auto Club for the Warrior Series. Oh, I love hearing those engines coming around the corner as we get into the back stretch. Skylar Daly out of Navy has taken the lead, but Jake Bustos is right there on his inside trying to hold off to take that first lap lead for this race. It's going to be a dash to the line between Bustos and Daly, but it looks like Daly has the speed coming off the corner, and we will have the first lap led by Skylar Daly for Navy right there.
We got Jake Bustos running in that draft there. You can see Skylar's running that little high line. Many different lines you can run here at Auto Club. We got high, middle, and low, and then you see Skylar running that high line. I don't think that's going to be the way to go for that long run. It's definitely going to burn off that right front a little bit more than you want. I would stick to where Jake Bustos is running. probably a lane up from that white line. That way you can save that right front tire for the long run.
Well, knowing and looking at these beautiful faces right here, Patrick Drabick sitting in P3, Charles Avery, Thaddeus Friel, Daniel Parks, and Wyatt Dooling all showing their beautiful faces tonight. I mean, Jake, I hear you on, running the high side. What Skylar's doing right now, as we see, is not really the way to go. But knowing Skylar Daly, racing with him in other leagues and whatnot, he doesn't care. He's going to go for it. And I love seeing that. As we see a battle between Patrick Drabick and Jacob Lenke right now for that P3 position. And we come into to a caution. Joshua Unger on the backstretch, looking like he maybe tapped the wall just a little bit. We'll get a replay on it, but that's one of those trouble areas that these drivers are going to have to deal with tonight coming off that exit of 2. Looking at the replay right here. Ooh, just a little contact. Well, a lot of contact, actually. Unfortunate for Joshua Unger. Nick Swartzen coming into him. Mike Swartzen, I'm so sorry, Mike. Coming into him right there. Looks like, Mike was running that low line, and with the way the banking, transitions through that corner, just drove his car up into Josh Unger and tapped his left quarter panel.
Yeah, just got into the gas just a little too soon. And then got that tight motion, coming out of the corner. It's unfortunate for Josh, but he'll get that fast repair and get back out on the track and try to make up some positions.
Yes, indeed. And, these drivers, missed his pit stall just a little bit for Josh. So just trying to get everything back up to speed. Looks like he now is good to go. So car's going to go up. Maybe he's not going to take tires. I would take tires if I was him after that spin. But he's going to get that car fixed up. So hopefully Josh can rejoin. But after that yellow flag coming out, we did have a battle. Looks like Timothy Williams is now coming down to the pits. So some lead lap cars up in the front coming down, or in the back actually coming down, maybe top off with a little bit of fuel with the 60% fuel that these drivers are running tonight. Looks like Timothy Williams decides, and also Claire Sisk in the background decides that it's time to put some fuel in and get right back out on track.
Yeah, and absolutely. I have no idea what the fuel run is tonight. I didn't do my homework like I should have. But I'm pretty sure they're pretty tight on fuel. Probably could only go about maybe 25 laps on fuel. So squeeze that little extra in there, try to make it, a little bit further than everybody else to make it, a one green flag stop race. So
yeah, definitely, indeed. I mean, I know with the 60% fuel, if I did the math in my head, I probably would try to figure it out, but I'm not going to do that right now. But I know that these drivers will have to do a couple pit stops tonight, and with this track, drafting will help with that fuel mileage, but we will probably see some green flag pit stops happen for these drivers tonight. And like I said, with the sun going down, track conditions is going to play a factor for these drivers, as we see. I think the lead, that's Andy Carnes in the 19, having a little bit of connection issues right now, but good thing we're under yellow flag. Well, Jake, we got a few laps in. Skylar Daly was running the high side, going real crazy with his speed on that. Looks like the drivers are going to file now into the 2x2 formations. There was that battle between Patrick Drabick and Jacob Lenke right until that yellow flag came out, and it looks like Patrick Drabick was able to get the best of him as he gives his Navy teammate Skylar Daly a little bump draft into the corner. So I know they're talking in chat, but we do have a couple branches that are able to work together. Jake Bustos representing Army, and I believe Jacob Lenke is also representing Army as well. So, first 4 positions are a team battle, and with team points being precious as we come to the end of the season, we're going to see a lot of teamwork happening between these drivers. Well, Jake, look at that sunset gleaming on those cars, man. You can't pay money for that type of content right there, but we'll see. Looking like these cars are getting into turn 3 now, with the pace car getting ready to head into the extreme scoring restart zone. Looks like Skylar Daly will control the field from the bottom as he elected to start from the bottom. Pace car is now going to head into the pit road area, and Skylar Daly will have control of this field as we roll into the restart zone. Skylar Daly holding his gas until he hits the restart zone. Cars entering, and we are off. Looks like a great jump for the Navy team as Patrick Drabick is able to get behind the bumper of Skylar Daly and kind of push him ahead of Jake Bustos. But Bustos has Jacob Linky right behind to help him, and we're almost 3 wide into turn 1.
Absolutely, and Skylar's going to squeeze up, make that pass, try to block a little bit coming down the backstretch. It looks like Jake got just a little bit of that left rear to get a little bit of side draft and come away with that. And then Jake Bustos trying to make that pass, slide up in front of him, doesn't quite make it clear. And then Eddie, what do you think's going on here? Give us some of your thoughts.
Hey, bring me in. I'm bored. I'm just changing cameras. I'm falling asleep over here. I need a little bit of action. We got it here on the track. 4 wide is Linky up on the high side. These boys are getting after it. I thought they would just chill for a little bit, but they ain't.
Absolutely not. They're fighting with haymakers here, trying to get that track position. And I'll tell you what, it's good. It's pretty important to try to make them passes early on.
Skylar's been. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sam. I forgot the rules.
No, you're good. I think you were going to say the same thing. It was that this battle between Daly and Bustos was really kicking off now.
Well, yeah, and Skylar really needs to hang on to that top spot. That dirty air is really nasty in these next-gen cars. If you can stay out front, especially as the tires start to wear out, that's really, really important. So Skylar, while it's good to kind of save your tires, you talked about the outside being sort of tough on them, maybe not a good idea to run it all night. If he can outlast Bustos here and be able to keep the lead as we get 20, 30 laps into this run, he'll have a really, really nice time just being able to have that clean air. The car won't get tight behind somebody like Bustos is really struggling behind Skylar up off the corner. So going to be important as Patrick Drabick pushing David Calvert up into the wall there and coming down the front straightaway. They're getting wild up here.
Yeah, that's it. And that's a good product of the aero package that they have with the next-gen car on here on iRacing. Sometimes the car, you hit that air just right. Sometimes the car will get really loose, being behind somebody. If you hit it, if you're directly behind somebody, it's going to get really, really tight coming out of that corner exit. And so clean air going into the corner and getting around there is super important.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this battle right between Jake Bustos and Skylar Daly, as you were saying, Jake, running that bottom may help Bustos in the long run, as Skylar Daly is really running that high line. I personally would be running the high line. I love running the high line at Auto Club. It's probably one of my favorite things to do in any car around this track, but I do know that you do pay a price in the long run if we are to get some really good green flag laps here. Look at that sunset. It's beautiful coming through that California sunset. But yeah, Skylar Daly really is going to have to start thinking about the damage he's doing to the tires as he runs that high line. And he does have 2 Army cars chasing after him right now.
Yeah, Jacob Lipke making huge strides here since the start of the race. Is caught up to the back end of these guys. He's up 5 position from where he started. Started back in 8th. Currently running in 3rd. I mean, dude is moving. He's been making wild moves. I mean, there's a lot of blocks that have been thrown his way, and he's been able to kind of mitigate that, and now is running down the top 2 as they continue to battle side by side as he gets a little bit in the wall. Broadcaster curse there. But as these two continue to run side by side, especially if Bustos can get to that left rear corner, actually can drag both of them back. I mean, it'll slow them both down. So continuing to run like this, especially if he gets to him, can slow both of them up and kind of bring all the rest of the field into it. I know in the past, the next-gen car, you can kind of run 2 or 3 tenths off the paces. Oh, I think Thaddeus Friel's got some sort of issue here. Down the front stretch, going through the grass, and then DJ Patterson or Dakota Cole, somebody, Charles Abrams going through. Oh, my gosh, they're wrecking everywhere.
Oh, no, it's kicked off. Somebody was cutting the grass, somebody was painting the wall, and it looks like somebody was burning their tires through that.
I don't know where that started.
Good replay of that.
Yeah,
I really don't either.
Well, hey, we'll do our best. It looks like it was contact between maybe.
Oh!
Who is that spinning? Is that Wilms? Or is that
No,
Friel?
that looked like Thaddeus Friel spinning.
Okay,
on
yeah,
the
it started
corner
with
before.
Friel here. Let's go back and start it from the beginning.
All right, looking at this, coming down the backstretch, Thaddeus with Christopher Heiner behind him. Looks like Thaddeus is going to run the middle lane. Kevin Price on his outside of Christopher Heiner. Look, ooh,
got a little bit
car gets
loose.
a little loose, yeah. Yeah, those exits on the corners are really going to, wow, that's such a great job avoiding that.
Was that Charles Abert? Oh, my God, he avoided it, and
never
he
mind.
got the 68 at the end. Darren Price.
Oh, no.
All right, we got to go on board
Oh.
here with the man himself, Charles Abert. Let's take a look at this one.
This is going to be a really good view. So Thaddeus gets loose, heads towards the grass, thinks he's out of danger, trying to control the car, which is pretty hard.
Oh, he hit the
Oh, he
bump.
hit the
Oh,
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, there are bumps there, and we've seen that in real life. Where, I mean, they ripped the whole front splitter off the car, just digging up. Well, actually, the splitter just kind of digs up the grass, and that would have happened if this wasn't virtual. But he hits that bump, and he just kind of shoots the car back up on the track. A little bummer moment. You can see he is crab walking real good in that number 7 machine.
Yeah, and I know he's holding his hands in his head right now. Didn't mean to hit Darren Price right there, but unfortunate for the 7. Another Army car that would have been good points for the Army team, but he's gonna head back. I think they do have a fast repair.
They do. He used it.
Oh,
So, fun
that's not
fact,
good.
since we're talking about Charles Abert right now, I want to congratulate him on becoming the new member of the GLR leadership team, and his new position is the Warrior Engagement Manager. So, he'll be one of the first people that veterans and first responders connect with as they join the GLR family. So, while he's having a tough race so far, sliding through the grass, digging up the front straightaway grass. Man, just want to shout out Abert for taking on that position. Going to be one of the first voices that any warrior that joins the Discord comes in contact with. So congratulations, Charles. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, big shout out to him. Charles started out here a couple years ago racing with us, and then he was like, you want to know what, man? I'm retired. I need something to do. So gave him some small odds and ends things to do around the shop, with us here at GLR, and then he continuously wanted more and more and more, and then he ended up last season he took over for me for the ARCA series as the series director and ran it flawlessly throughout the season, and then just recently, actually a few days ago, earlier this week, he got promoted into that position. So huge congrats to Charles.
dang, is he taking your jobs, man? What's going on with the job security for you over there?
But my job is fine. Anybody wants my job, they can have it.
They've been trying to get rid of Jake for years, and he just won't go away. He's he's a booger that won't fall off. It keep getting stuck to your finger. You keep trying to flick it off, but it's just still there.
Exactly. I'll always be around. And it all started because Jamie wanted to sponsor Goat Locker Racing on the car when I joined Rebels, and that's how I got in contact with Pat and Jamie, and here we are today. But we are going green. We're heading into the extreme scoring restart zone, and we are green flag.
So a quick
Green flag
update.
indeed.
Yeah, quick update. Brian Frauhager there down on the bottom did not come into pit road there, and has a terrible start as the bottom line really struggles. So that's what you see happening right there. Is everybody's going to go around Frauhager as he is on those older tires, and Busto actually got a black flag because of that. So Frauhager going to fall. Oh!
What a save! What a save by Skylar Daly right there. I mean, even with these new tires and whatnot, just the aero dependency that these cars need going through corners, he really felt his car get loose, and that was a huge save by them.
Somebody blew their motor. Oh,
Yeah,
Matt
I
Wiebers.
saw that. No.
It looks like
Oh,
Brian
man.
Frawheiger having some sort of issue as well.
Oh, we're gonna have to go back. Yeah, but I heard a motor blow right there. Looking at this replay, these cars are all over the place. Brian's just
Oh.
trying to survive it. Oh no. Ah.
Oh, Matt.
Oh,
Oh,
my
my
God.
goodness. That was your motor blowing right there, Matt. Weaver. I'm pretty sure it's Weavers. It spelled like Weavers. If it's not, hey, look, apologies.
It is.
Uh,
You're right. You're right.
But let's take a look on board with him.
So Skylar gets loose, and then everybody, heads down, around. Car ahead tries to come back, which then collects Frog Hire. And yeah. Unlucky. You think that you made it through, and then that one tap just sends you to the wall. Unlucky for him, but if he has his fast repair, he could use it. If not, man, that might be race over for him. But we're looking at our lead lap cars.
So interesting. Just looking at these pit stop times, they're in the box for 10 seconds. I'm assuming 2 tires was the call for most people. Just from the looks of it, unless they changed the pit stop time, which they may have done. I haven't been on iRacing in a while, so I don't know if 10 seconds is now a 4-tire pit stop. Can y'all confirm? I don't know.
I did. I did
No.
hear something about an update that they changed the pit stop time. So 4 tires might take about 9-10 seconds now.
Okay, so it looks like everybody on 4 tires then, but for some reason Skylar Daly comes out in 8th position. I don't know if that was due to the having to check up for Brian Frawheiger there, but he's all the way back in 8th. So fellow that was out front kind of leading this race, dealing with kind of holding back Jake Bustos. He is now back in 8th, going to have to fight his way back up to the front here, coming to lap 20.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you say Jake Bustos had a black flag before all that had kicked off?
Yeah, he got a black flag from the restart. They cleared it for him. So he was
Okay.
able to get that. Yeah, Brian Frawheiger just wasn't able to get the power down on that initial start. So good job by race control to take care of that.
Why, thank you, Eddie.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So, Skylar dropped down, but that means Patrick has now moved up. Calvert's still in P. Oh no, David Calvert moved up to P3 now.
Yeah.
Looking at
This is Wyatt Dooling here.
Wyatt
It's up
Dooling.
11 spots. Yeah.
it's good to see Wyatt. I haven't seen Wyatt around a couple times racing, so it's good to see him back racing with us, giving us a nice little wave. Good to see you, Wyatt, as always, representing his Army car. Looks like he got a new rig too, man. I like that chair right there. I might have to find out where he bought that from.
Look, I'm gonna be honest,
Looking good.
guys. I'm gonna be honest. The dang Army schemes are kicking it.
I know. It looks like they
Oh,
got it
yeah.
from the same guy.
I mean, whoever did the Army stuff really knocked it out of the park. I mean, all of them look great, but the Armies are just like really they catch your eye just right. So, kudos to whoever did that one. Pretty solid.
I'll tell you what, my favorite Army scheme is that number 19 of Andy Carnes. That has got to be my favorite.
It's the same damn scheme. What are you talking about?
I was like, it looks the same to me.
Oh, I
but
thought
hey,
he had.
we-
I thought he had his cavalry scheme on. Still,
Unbelievable.
he had a
dude.
cavalry. He had a cavalry scheme that I wish we could show, but that one was amazing.
I like this one right here. Patrick always keeps the daggum schemes to himself. That's what I've learned. He won't give the good ones. He keeps them all for himself. You see that 07 Fly Navy there out front. So he's got it in a great spot. And then you got David Calvert with an interesting, it's like crayon drawn USMC, which I love that. That's actually, it looks delicious.
It's so basic, to the point, just like a Marine.
All right. Well, we're going to bring these cars into the extreme scoring restart zone. Once again, Jake Bustos on the high side with the control. Looks like, we got a little checkup going on, but Jake Bustos is gone. And a huge start for the Army on the high side, but Patrick Dravic leading the way for the Marines, as the Navy always does. He slots right in behind the Army cars, and we are a dive in from the Army.
Oh! Oh, shoot!
Oh,
Calvert.
Save it. He saved it. He saved it.
I can't
Took
click
it
on
a
him. He's
little
falling
too
really
hard.
quick. Holy cow. Almost like they made a little contact with Drabic there.
Yeah,
Take
he
a look
took
at
it
it real
little
quick.
too hard as we look at him. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he just had so much speed he didn't know what to do with that speed.
Well, the car gets really tight. You see Patrick Drabic come down on his door, and there's just really nowhere he's trying. And Drabic continues to come down, pinching him down to the bottom. So you really only have one or two options there, which is to back out and just kind of concede the position. And Calvert, not that kind of guy, and just said, hey, I'm going to keep my foot in it. And they make contact. Unfortunately for him, he's the one that kind of has to pay for it. So he's going to fall back to 15th. I'm sure he's not too happy about that, but that's the way it goes.
And, I mean, the good thing is his car's still running straight. And looking at Daniel Parks and Skylar Daly. Skylar Daly's hit the wall a few times, so I wonder if he gave himself a little bit of damage. But Daniel Parks,
My man's driving up through the field, though. He was back in 8th, now up to 4th in just a couple laps. So Skylar Daly hauling ass. He's wall riding. That's what he's doing. I saw him do it again.
no,
Can't do
not
that.
another wall ride.
He's
Not another
trying
wall
to,
ride.
he's trying to pull out the old Logan throw kill tricks. That ain't gonna work today.
He's splitting the throttles.
Oh man, Eddie. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
If he hits the brakes, he'll fly right by, right?
no.
I can keep
Yeah,
going.
exactly. Well, he's running his line right now, which is the top. We're looking at the leader, Jake Bustos. He's been in control really from the beginning, our pole sitter. Jacob Lenke right behind his wingman, if we're going to keep going with the Top Gun references. But they're running 1-2 right now for the Army. Patrick Drabic just holding behind. Ooh, a little contact for Jacob Lenke right there on the wall. But looks like this top three has really gotten away, about an 8/10 gap between 3rd and 4th right now. And both branches, both the Army and Navy, dominating this top 4 positions right now. Really try to see what the rest of these drivers are doing. Josh Unger, he's a lap down, I believe, a couple laps down after his accident. He's still battling up top.
Yeah, he's on the lead lap, 18th.
There you go.
Yeah.
Looking at
Keep
that.
pedal
Oh,
to
man.
the floor. Just take it one car at a time. You got this, Josh.
Full
Now, is
encouragement
that
there.
Bill Mofield right there? Am I looking at that right? No, I was looking at the wrong car anyway. But hey, that's my favorite scheme right there. Always the 911. I like Bill Mofield's schemes. Really good looking. Or I know pretty much the same scheme through all his cars in GLR, but they look real good. And
Heck yeah, it
not
does.
that's not a branch scheme ahead of him. I wonder whose
Oh.
car is that.
Well, up front, we got a battle brewing. Is Lipke running the top side, getting the momentum off the top, just the same way that Skylar Daly was doing, and trying to stay in that draft. The draft in these cars is just massive. So you can see the run that he's getting down at the end of the straightaway, about mid 190 before he has to get on the brakes. 14-degree banking. It doesn't really hug you like Daytona and Talladega does. You got to have to drive it off in there and kind of lean on the right rear and the right front. But we'll take a lap here with Lemke, excuse me, as we see somebody down on the bottom. So Buzz Busso's going to have to watch what he's doing here. He might run up on him too quick. But you see Lemke, what you could do is, Lemke, is you can run above those seams and use those seams to your advantage. Every seam kind of makes the car drive a little bit differently. So you can actually put the left tire. So you see that black line right there? That's one seam. You got to put your left tires, your left front right there like what Lemke is doing. Put the right sides above it and help the car rotate really, really well, especially off the corner. So as the car gets a little bit tighter, you can use those seams to your advantage, like you see Lemke doing. Oh, my God. What's falling apart? I'm not doing it on purpose. I've had one too many heat strokes.
Yeah, it got about to about 100 degrees up here, Eddie, in Wisconsin. So I feel you on the heat stroke.
Yeah, but I mean, while he's doing that, Patrick Drabic has really been using the toe from Lenke to get it. See, there you go, There
You said it
go.
right.
That's how
You
do
said it right.
But Patrick Travis really putting the pressure on Lincoln now. Lincoln looks like he's about to hit the wall, but he saves
Oh!
it. Oh! Almost a big contact between the two, but Pat's able to bring it back down, and it looks like Pat's now on the move to get up to second place.
Yeah, they just stuck it at the bottom, saved those tires, and right now, Pat's running some of the fastest laps on the track, along with Skylar Daly. So Skylar's pushing his way up front, inching his way back up to that top 3 as well.
Yeah, well, Army battle back here. You got Wyatt Dooling and James Kaufman battling side by side with Kyle Deering right in front of us. A battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th. And you got Thaddeus Friel there right behind them, trying to make it a 4-car battle. As you can see, Kyle Deering moving lanes. Oh, contact between the two Army teammates.
Yeah, he was trying to keep that draft and didn't realize James Kaufman was right under him. So you could definitely see, what these drivers want to do. Josh Unger running that high side, trying to keep some speed. Thaddeus and James Kaufman running the bottom, trying to save their tires. Looks like Kyle Deering's going to get ahead of James Kaufman right there. But this battle's far from over right now.
You say that is actually Wyatt Dooling in the 51 machine. I don't know. He's got the wrong paint scheme. That may have been what happened earlier. So it's like Wyatt Dooling in the 51. So there's 2 51s. A little dispute out there, I heard, in the Discord the other day about who is the real 51. And I don't know if we're going to figure that out tonight, but something to consider in the soapbox maybe later. I don't know. Battle now as James Kaufman gets to the inside of Kyle Deering, making this a really great battle. As while we're talking about this, Patrick Drabick was right on the inside of Linke. It had to back off, so Patrick putting a little pressure here on the 37 machine for the second place.
Yeah, Pat is really. Go ahead, Jake. Sorry.
I do like what the 37 was doing is changing his line and seeing where Pat was running and trying to take away that clean air from Pat, try to pack some of that dirty air on that nose.
Well, 17 laps into this race, I feel like into this run, you're seeing the outside start to fade a little bit as Linke is not really able to keep the momentum up like he was early in the run, like kind of to y'all's point earlier about the top side kind of burning the tires up. It's good to hold that line to prevent passes, which is what Linke is doing now. It's basically just keeping Drabick at bay. I think Drabick's a little bit faster, but he just can't get the run off the corner. It's going to be so difficult for Patrick to maintain that bottom line, but also make this pass. I think he's going to have to get up to the top side, get a run to get down to the inside of Linke before they even get to the corner, because every time he catches them, it's right from the middle exit, and he catches the wake off the back end of the 37, and it's making the 07 tight off the corners, and it's slowing him up. So he's going to have to figure out a way to get around him. It's why we like these bigger tracks like Auto Club Michigan. They really, even though they got a lot of space, you have to really think about how you're going to make your move.
Yeah, and the other thing that these drivers need to consider is I think the fuel run's only 29 laps for these drivers. So if, looking at the latest being lap 17 for these drivers, we're getting close to that pit window. And that's going to determine where these drivers go out if we continue to be on green flag. So pit strategy really going to be key now for these drivers.
Linke in the wall. That's going to slow him up quite a bit. Now, Patrick Drabick waited for his moment, and his moment arrived. He's going to take over that second place. He's not going to have to work hard at all to get around that 37. That's the way to do it right there.
Absolutely.
No, not at all.
And you want to know what? A huge shout out to Linke. He's made some leaps and bounds in some of his racecraft. He's found a lot of speed in this Warrior Series, and he's consistently getting some top 10s, throughout the season. So big shout out to him. And we do got somebody down on pit road, with Thaddeus Friel Jr. coming down pit road for some service.
Yeah, Thaddeus coming down. So like I said, we're coming close to that pit window where I believe these drivers get a full tank is about 29 laps. So right about now is where these drivers are going to start thinking about getting their last drop of fuel until the end. I know some of these drivers can go for another, about another 10 laps maybe, and then it'll be a shorter pit stop. But I know some drivers in the back may go ahead and try to jump and do the undercut on these drivers and try to gain some positions if we stay green.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, with the
It's kinda
undercut, yeah, you kind of hope that you can get some laps and let the whole thing cycle out and then immediately get a caution that's like free positions. But I think the undercut at a track like this is kind of a tough call. I don't know. I just feel like the undercut has really suffered in the last 3-4 years on iRacing, where it just hasn't been as effective as normal. But if you've had that guy in front of you, you just can't get around. You know, you've been trying to make a move, just can't. The dirty air is just too much of a factor. Hitting a couple laps before him, getting out of front of him, and then you can pack dirty air on him, can make it a lot easier for him to move forward if you kind of get stuck behind somebody. So, pretty good little call there. So we got a battle for the lead heating up.
Yeah, Patrick Drabic looked like he saved his tires. Jake Bustos finally under some pressure. Woo!
Patrick was loose.
That's the beauty of Auto Club right there. You could be on exit all good, and then the car decides to let go. Looking at this replay, I think it's really the dirty air from Jake Bustos really packs the car under Patrick, and just coming off of the exit, he's not able to control the car, but he saves it really great. I mean, he's gonna have to look at Lanky's back in the picture. So Lanky, get a little gift from that. Patrick's gonna have to recheck himself and try to get back up to Bustos. While Bustos holds a half a second lead right now. And you know, Skylar Daly and Daniel Parks. I mean, we haven't really talked about Daniel Parks that much tonight. He's been holding in that top 5, top 6 area all night. So he's been really playing the long game, really been patient. And, you know, he's been hunting down Skylar, and he may be using Skylar to kind of preserve some fuel using his draft. So great job on Daniel Parks right there.
I mean, they are about 2.5 seconds back from the leader, Jake Bustos, but they're all within draft range of each other. So it's just like this really big, massive draft train when they get on the straightaways. Dravic's in the draft of Jake, and then Litke's in the draft of Dravic, so they have this really nice little run. And you really don't want to pull out of the line here. You want to try to stay in this train. If you get caught up to somebody, if he gets to Skylar, it'd almost be beneficial just to kind of get up there and just push Skylar down the straightaway if you get to him, and just continue to march yourself up towards the front, especially if Dravic continues to have issues like he did just a few minutes ago and, you know, kind of loses a little bit of time, then you could really start to get caught up.
Yes, indeed. I mean, really what Daniel's doing is what I would be doing. If I know I can't really battle for the lead just yet, I'll just, you know, like you said, sit behind Skylar and just use the draft to carry me through, try to preserve my tires a little bit better. We're coming down to being under 20 laps to go, and knowing that these drivers will have to make a pit stop. You don't want to be the last car to make that pit stop, but you don't want to be too early down pit road and get your fuel.
I think what you just don't want to have happen is the caution to come out while you're down on pit road. But I think you can actually get down on pit road, especially if you're up here in maybe the top 5. Come down pit road and come back out and stay on the lead lap, which is pretty huge at any oval. So, I think if you're in the top 5, you can pretty much pit wherever you want to. But if you're towards the back here, if you're Andrew Carnes here, who's coming down pit road right now, he is definitely going to go a lap down. If the caution comes out, he'll be stuck, so he'll take the wave around. So it's not always an easy decision on when to come down pit road, but they're getting close to that fuel window, like you said, so they may not have a choice.
Yeah, I did hear a few drivers on comms pitting. I hear Claire Sisk is going to be coming up on pit road as well, so our green flag stops are going to be underway here.
Yeah, I mean, Jake Bustos really is in full control of his destiny as we look at Claire Sisk and I'm not really sure who that car is. Is that
Claire
Josh
Sisk?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Claire Sisk, a speeding penalty on the entrance of pit road.
Ooh.
Don't love to see that.
Ugh. I'm blaming broadcaster's curse on Jake for that one, but
let's watch this entry and see what happened. I saw a lot of smoke as she was on the outside of Unger coming in and just going to smoke him right here. Just way too fast.
Yeah, way too fast right there.
So it's going to be a 40-second hold for Claire Sisk. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. I mean, unfortunate for Claire. She was running in the top 12, up 10 positions from where she started. So that was a really good run by her, but that's gonna really hurt her. Jake Bustos, looking at him, he's still in the lead. Patrick Drabick really hasn't caught up to Jake as he was earlier until he got loose behind him. So don't know if that little moment killed his tires or past just residing to the fact that he'll retry it once they go through their pit stops. But
I'll tell you what.
Go ahead.
I tell you, I think Pat might be the best person to try an undercut. I think of all the people that this might work well for, it could be Patrick, because he definitely seems like he has the speed to like keep up with Bustos here in this long run. So it means he's got long run speed. He knows how to get it done. If he can go down pit road early and come out with the lead, it gives him control of the race. So I think if there was anybody who could do the undercut and make it work, I think Pat might be in the best position for it.
Yeah, I mean, they are the two fastest cars on track. Both. Oh, yeah, there he goes right there. Down
Oh,
into pit
boy.
road.
Oh, boy. I don't know if he made it.
I'm looking at the ticker. Is there any black flag for Patrick Drabick? I don't see anything. Do you see anything, Eddie?
I don't see it. I think he made it. That was crazy close. He came in hot.
Yeah, maybe this pit road is tricky for these drivers, especially with how slick it is. But he makes it through, so he's down on pit road. Jake Bustos is still out. Looking at it, Skylar Daly, James Kaufman, Wyatt Dooling, and Charles Aber also have come down to pit road. So, oh no, he missed his pit
No.
stop.
Well, that's not going to help
That
your
is
case.
definitely- No. Jake Bustos is probably happy to see that he's probably taking a little bit longer in pit road than usual. Oof,
And here comes
unfortunate
Bustos.
for Patrick. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bustos
Pat's
is
gonna have to
definitely
put-
making out the lead.
Pat's gonna have to put the pedal to the metal to make something work, but sliding through that pit stall really hurt him.
Yeah, that's going to put what he would have gained, I think, on the pit stop, pitting a lap early. I think he just lost it. It's not going to be that much time. I mean, he still may come out with the lead here. It just depends on I think it's going to be pretty dang close. But, yeah, just a bummer. That strategy, I think, would have worked out. And now he's going to be behind the 8 ball. Here comes Bustos out of pit road. And Drabick is just now on the front straightaway at the start-finish line now. So he's going to be up to speed. Will he be able to get to him? I'm just not quite sure. You can see Bustos down on the apron right there.
Yeah, I mean, oof.
It's going to be close.
It's really heating up. It's really heating up right there. Looking at Pat right here, I mean, it looks like they're gonna be about the same, maybe a little bit more of a gap than they were before. But Pat has his tires warmed up already. Jake is just about to get his tires warmed up, so there may be a chance for Patrick to really close in that gap again.
Yeah, and, you know, now that I think about it, I just don't know if Pat has the time to make it up on the long run, since we only have about 14 laps to go. Where Pat was really strong was at the long run. So he's got to hammer down here and go, and that's going to just play right into Bustos' favor with that mistake on pit road by Drabick. I think had he not slid through his box, I think he has the lead right now, and he can hammer down and really take it to Jake. But now I think Jake is even more in control of this race, especially on the shorter run.
I do want to point out
Absolutely.
that I don't know if I mean maybe my thing is a little jacked up right now, but I'm showing Hayden Muir in P5. Maybe that's me that's messed up because it says Linky on our screen. So never mind. Yeah, now it fixed itself. Ooh, false alarm. I was about to say Hayden Muir is all the way up to P5, but that's not true. So it looks like Timothy Wilms was able to jump Skylar Daly in those pit stops. Timothy Wilms pitted about 6 laps earlier from Skylar Daly. So Skylar Daly was in a prime position to have a P3, and now Timothy Wilms has come in and done the undercut. Skylar Daly does have fresher tires, so that's going to be a battle to watch for coming to the end of this race.
Yeah, oh man, Skylar. I thought he was going to hit the wall there, but able to hang on to it. I think Skylar will be able to get around him pretty quickly. I mean, he has 0.4 of a second faster than Wilms, as Wilms' tires are starting to, yeah, he's going to drive right around him right here.
Yeah, definitely. So, you got a lap traffic car right there that held up Skylar Daly. So Timothy Wilms is going to have the better exit off. So Skylar Daly is going to have to re-engage and try to get past again into turns 3 and 4. I think he might get it done here with that long straight coming up, but Not really what Skylar Daly wanted to see right there.
Now look at the run he's going to get off the corner here. He's going to be spoot scooting. Here he goes.
I mean, Skylar has to get this pass done because right behind him is Jacob Linky. Jacob not really running as fast as them right now, but with Skylar really sitting behind this dirty air of Timothy Williams and hurting his tires, it only helps Jacob Linky if Jacob's able to catch right up to these drivers while they battle.
Yeah, look at the dirty air and how it's affecting Skylar. Skylar is definitely faster, but he is trying that low line, but I think he's going to have to get on the outside and try to make something happen. He's going to do that right here and get the run off turn 3. He did that last time, had to lift just a little bit. Look at the massive run through the middle. He's going to get tight, though. He's going to have to lift. He's going to hit the wall, and he does. Bangs it off the wall.
Yeah, that's definite wheel damage right there for Skylar Daly. Hopefully his wheel is still straight. Timothy Williams really playing the air game right now, trying to hold Skylar Daly behind, and that's just bringing in Jacob Linky into this battle now.
Yeah, I think Skylar may be feeling that pressure. Oh, he's going to get loose and bang the wall again, and that is going to be probably terminal damage on that 22 machine.
Yeah, 100%. That is not what he wanted to see happen right now. He's really pushing that car, trying to get through the corner. As you can see, the car is just really tight now for him on corner exit. He's going to hit the wall just a little bit, gives it a kiss, but it looks like he's giving himself, ooh, look at how his wheel is turned. Yeah, that is some real nasty wheel damage right now for him.
Yeah, he's just going to have to ride that out and hope for the best finish possible for the rest of the race with 9 laps to go here.
Already used the fast repair, so he's not able to go in and get that fixed quickly if we do have a caution. So, man, bummer. It's such a good race so far. I don't think he needed to push that hard. I'm a little surprised by that. He had plenty of time, and I think he was just trying to make that pass. They're about 4 seconds back from Drabic and Bustos. So, just a small mistake, and that's how quickly it happens in these next-gen cars, man. You don't get a little leeway. It's a short leash of like how much you can push these cars sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate for Skylar. But the big winner really out of that is Timothy Williams. With that happening, a little gap formed up, so he was able to scoot away. Jacob Linky and James Kaufman, both Army teammates. I don't know if they're on the same Army team. 3 Army drivers actually right behind Timothy Williams. So the Air Force really trying to hold off the Army right now. And, you know, I'm rooting for Timothy right now. This is really great driving, great undercut call by him. Just try to hold on for a few more laps and try to get that P3.
Take a look at an incident that happened with Claire Sisk. Had some sort of contact here with the wall and try to see what happened. Ended her race. Already went from bad to worse with that speeding penalty. Trying to see what happened here. It's a little bit further back than I expected it to be.
Wonder if the car got real loose on exit and just slammed the wall.
No. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gonna get it
Car
right
loose
here.
on exit and hit the wall.
Little scrape of the wall,
Yeah.
overcorrecting it. Boom.
Oof. That is unfortunate for Claire Sis, who had a really good race running, and then that speeding penalty just really amped it up. But wow, we've seen Patrick Drabic go from a second behind to almost 3/10. I don't know what happened.
It's
between these two
the
drivers.
dirty air, man. Like, look at the cars he's got in front of him. He's got 2 lap cars right in front of him, and that is killing Jake Bustos. His whole strategy of being out front to clean air, it's all gone now. It's like he's driving in a pack.
Yeah, I mean, and that wall of air that's hurting him is not going away anytime soon. Kevin Price, and I don't know who that is in front of Kevin Price, they're battling for position right now, I believe. So they're having no obligation to get out of the way for the leaders right now. So it's really helping Pat. But like you said, Pat might be running out of time to get past. And, they're side by side down the backstretch. This is not what Jake wants to see right now, because if something happens in front of him, he doesn't have the time to get out the way.
Yeah, that's Matt Beauvais, I guess is how you say it. He's going to go to the inside. It's going to put Bustos in a tight spot. But actually, Bustos does a great job there of mitigating the damage that a lap car can do at a track like this off of 4. and slides up right in front of him, able to clear him. So no issues there, but still has multiple lap cars in front of him. And now Pat's going to have to try to get around him as well.
Yeah, we almost saw a yellow flag might have came out through the iRacing system. Car on the bottom out of pit exit almost came out on the track and stopped. But now Pat has to get through this lap traffic and the wall of air that these lap cars are going to bring. And, you know, this battle right now is hurting both Patrick and Jake. So we'll see what we're going to be under 4 to go.
Oh, it's going to be tough for Bustos.
Oh, Bustos hits the wall.
Not what Bustos wants to see. That dirty air rearing its ugly head once again. They're both able to get past that one lap car. One more and Kevin Price. Kevin Price has not moved out the way. He doesn't care that the leaders are right behind. They both go low. Kevin Price is going to be high. So he's going to have the exit speed. Is Jake Bustos going to have? No, he's not. Patrick Drabick is right behind. Only a 10th now for these two drivers.
Now, what do you do if you're Drabick? You have plenty of time, but you have to act. Once you get past Kevin Price, it's over as far as the benefit that you're getting right now. So you have to act quickly. You have to make a move. If there's a move and you see Kevin Price going to slow them both up, side drafted, this is the perfect time for the 07 to make a move. He's going to use Kevin Price as a pick if he can.
Bustos saw that pick happen.
And he does.
There.
Yeah, can Drabick, though, drive up off the corner? That's what Bustos has not been able to do. He is clear, but now here comes Bustos back on the outside. Patrick Drabick going to clear himself across the nose. Holy moly, what a move.
That was a slide job and a half by Patrick Drabick, Jake. I don't know if I would have had the guts to do that, but Patrick Drabick cleanly gets that done.
And Bustos
Oh,
right
he
back
loose!
up to the bumper and aero grease.
Oh, and he's wrecking.
Oh, no, yellow.
Yellow comes out, but here comes Drabick back across the track. Oh, man. Oh, he's sliding back down.
Oh, no, that is not what. Oh, no, who just got hit right there?
Coffin
Oh, no, James
spun.
Coffin. I think the yellow was already out, so he should have his position still, but oh, no. That
Holy
was,
moly.
Oh, my God. Just
Man, oh,
after
man.
such an
Holy
awesome-
cow. What great racing. Such a sad way for that to happen. Let's go back on board with Bustos. You're going to watch Drabick just get on the gas. He's trying to get around, and no contact was made. Just got him loose.
Yeah, I think that's called aero griefing. So he got him real good. These next-gen cars, if you want to get somebody out the way without really touching them, that was the way to do it. And Jake Bustos really, he gets a little, he got damaged, so he might have wheel damage now after hitting the wall.
Oh.
But the biggest loser out of that was Patrick Drabick. Well, he's still in P4 though, so it might not be over.
Yeah, I don't know if he got any damage. I mean, he definitely hurt his tires, but everybody's going to come down pit road. So, I mean, this damage right here is the only thing I'm worried about, but he has a fast repair, so yeah, I'm not too worried, and everybody's going to come down pit road, I think. Will Patrick Drabick do the 2 tires finally? Has he learned? You think?
I'm
hoping so.
that.
I'm hoping so.
Well, interesting
that, if he doesn't
development.
take 4.
Bustos, Litke, Kaufman, Skylar Daly, Daniel Parks, Kyle Deering all stay out as Patrick Drabick going to come down pit road. Man, let's see what he does. Does he do
There's
2 tires?
Nah,
Ain't learned a damn
yeah,
thing,
he
dude.
goes
He ain't
for
learned
more.
a damn thing. Unbelievable. He's going to get beat out of pit road. He's going to fight for it. I don't know if he got beat. Oh, he does. He
got
can-
beat right there. Timothy Williams beats Patrick Drabick off.
Oh, pause. But Bustos going to hold on to the lead. Now the damage is what I have a question about. I mean, we saw that little contact with the wall. We saw Skylar Daly make a little bit of contact in it. It definitely hurt him enough that I think the next corner he really kind of knocked it out real good. I don't really see much damage there, so everything looks straight. What do y'all think as far as the damage? You think it's going to make an effect at all?
I mean, it looks like iRacing repaired it after he did the little hit, so I don't know. I mean, the best way to tell is if you look at his cockpit cam, you can see where his car steering wheel is at, but it looks straight to me right now, so maybe iRacing gave him some ghost repair and he's back to normal now.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that big of a hit. But just wonder, you never know with iRacing. Sometimes the damage model can just do wacky things. But All right, so set this up. I mean, Patrick Drabick, Timothy Wilms. The difference between I think what are we talking here? Probably about half a second on new tires, maybe a full second, since they're on lap 17 here. Do you think Wilms or Patrick Drabick, do they have enough time to get back up to the front? It looks like Wilms came out of pit road because he did take 2 tires. That's why he beat Patrick off. And do you think Patrick, does he have enough time to get back to the front?
I mean, with 4 tires and with a green-white checker about to happen, I mean, I think there's just too many cars ahead of them to really challenge for a top 3. But it's really going to be pedal to the floor now for those 2 drivers with fresh tires, as these other cars really struggle to get through the corner with their older tires.
I do. Timothy Wilms is definitely going to set himself up with some success trying to get back into that top 5. I don't think they have a chance to win it. With Pat taking 4 tires, it's just going to take too long for them tires to heat up and get some good grip in them.
I mean, maybe the only thing he needs is if we get a lap in and then a caution comes out and we get to reset it, then I definitely think if he can get 4 or 5 cars here on this first initial restart and we do get that caution, I think he might have a shot then, but we'll find out here.
Yeah, going into extreme scoring restart zone once again. Jake Bustos with control. He has some of his Army teammates. Ooh, wheel spin on the top between those cars. Jake Bustos has a huge jump, so that's great for him. We're looking in this field. They're going to go 3 wide through the corner. Where is Patrick Drabick? Where is Timothy Wilms? 3 wide for those cars going into turn 1.
He's going to have to be careful. Woo!
Ooh, he could get real loose on exit if he's not careful, but it looks like the grip on the tires is there. They're still fighting for that P3 position. Daniel Park, Jacob Blanky. Here comes Skylar Daly. Skylar Daly with his damaged car still making it through the corner. Looks like the white flag is going to be out. Jake Bustos with the glove station white flag will take it. And we got 1 lap period left in Auto Club.
Look at this. 4 wide is Drabick down on the inside trying to make use of those 4 tires. They're up to speed now. He's not going to make it up to Bustos, but he has got an opportunity here. Oh, it's contact going to be made. Big wreck behind him.
It's going to be a big wreck for those drivers. Whoa, I don't even know what's going on now. Patrick Drabick in for 2 more cars. Jake Bustos running into turn 3. He has full control of this lead. Little controversial.
Oh, contact for second.
Side by side. Patrick Drabick has the third place right in front of him. Where does he go? Daniel Parks blocks. It's going to be a photo finish to the end. Daniel Parks beats Patrick Drabick to the line.
Wow. Bustos is your winner, though. Led 47 out of 60 laps tonight. Incredible race. Congratulations to Jake. Definitely well-deserved. Had a couple challenges, able to fight them off and able to hang on to it. A little bit of contact there with Drabick. No fault. That was just hard racing. And he's going to hang on to that first-place finish. But what a great job by Daniel Parks there in second, huh?
Daniel Parks in second. Patrick Drabick in third. Just a battle between those 2. That's a great finish by Daniel Parks. He was running in the top 5 all night, and so it comes out great for him. Patrick Drabick, after getting his 4 tires, is able to run back up to P3. Had to fight through a lot of cars, but he got it done, so we'll be hearing from him soon. But great win for Army. Jake Bustos really dominating the field, and it's going to be great points for the Army team tonight.
Absolutely, especially with Jake Bustos and Jacob Blanky being on the same team. That was definitely a great points night for them. Skylar coming back up, after having some tough damage within 10 laps to go, coming back in 7th. So Navy's got a good points night.
Great points
Man,
night.
what
indeed.
a race.
So Eddie, what's your thoughts on that right there? A little Polish lap from Jake Bustos right here too.
Yeah, man, soaking it in. I mean, you don't get to win all the time, and I know this isn't real life; it's just a game. But Man, the way they race there, the way that the competition is, and how hard you have to race it, and just the level of competition you race every week. These wins don't come easy. He's going to go to the victory lane here on the front stretch here and set himself as the winner, but it just doesn't come easy. So whenever you get the win in anything like this, it's worth celebrating and enjoying because you don't get these very often. What do you say we take a break, guys? We'll do a little commercials. We haven't done commercials in a while, and come back and talk to these guys.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
A thriving job market and low cost of living, plus a wide range of veteran benefits, make Indiana the perfect place for veterans of the United States military to call home. InVets can help you find that home. We're an organization started by veterans to help former service members transition to civilian life in our state. InVets can help you find the community with the career opportunities, housing, schools, and amenities that fit your lifestyle. To learn more about InVets, visit us at invets.org today.
Superior quality, ultimate protection, and the highest level of craftsmanship. We make our gloves for the hard worker that wakes up every morning and gives 110%. You deserve the highest quality protective gear that's going to work for you day in, day out. We know it can be tough deciding what companies to trust for your hard-earned money. It's all in our name. We've mastered our craft to help you master yours. We make our gloves rugged, durable, and designed for you. Whatever the job is, we have you covered. We are your glove station.
Well, under the lights, it was a great finish. I don't know about you guys, but that was some entertaining racing right there. Jake Bustos does the double victory, pole position, and winning tonight, true dominating fashion. Daniel Parks goes from 7th to 2nd. Great showing by him. Patrick Drabick, after his little incident, comes up to P3. We'll hear from him soon. Jacob Lanke with a tough P4, but great racing by him. Timothy Wilms starts in P5, ends in P5. Abert coming away in P6 after starting P16. Great move by him. Skylar Daly, he got a little damage at the end, but a respectable 7th as always. Kyle Deering coming out in 8th. Christopher Heiner finishing out in 9th. And Bill Mofield, my favorite guy, finishing out in 10th place.
All right, 11th is going to be Wyland Dueling. 12th, Josh Unger. 13th, Dakota Cole. 14th, Thaddeus Friel Jr. 15th, tough run by James Kaufman. He had a great run all night until the end. 35, David Calvert comes in 16th. Matt Bove comes in 17th. 18th is Mike Swartzen. 19th, DJ Patterson. And rounding out your top 20 is going to be Kevin Price.
21st, you got Andy Carnes. You got Hayden Muir in 22nd. Matt Wiebers in 23rd. Brian the Frog Froheiger in 24th. Darren Price in 25th. Claire Sisk, disappointing 26th. And then you got Joshua Jackson in that 27th position. All right, well, let's bring in our winner tonight. Let's talk to Mr. Bustos here in just a moment. We'll get him up in the booth. And Bustos, this is Eddie in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, you know, that was a lot of fun for us and the rest of the field. For you, just kind of Sunday driving out there. You were behind Skylar Daly for a while, and they were able to get the lead and never really look back from there. Talk about the first part of the race where you're in that dirty air trying to run down Skylar Daly and get that clean air, and talk about your early part of the race.
Early part of the race, it was kind of just feeling out what the tires were going to do on a long run. I did a couple mock runs before, and I was cooking the right front pretty bad, so I told myself I was going to stick to the bottom. Usually I can roll it all right, and Skylar got me on the outside on the start of the race, and I was fully committed to just run behind him, kind of try to pull away from the rest of the field, and then see how his tires are going to hold up to mine. And then we got that yellow flag, and I was able to jump him in the pits, so I'll have to give the crew a bonus. And then from there, it was just kind of driving.
Yeah. Well, and then it was just hanging on to the lead, and Pat tried to undercut you, slid through his box, and so you're able to come out with the lead. However, the lap traffic definitely put you in a pickle and allowed Patrick to get back to you and get around you. And when he got around you, did you think it was over, or do you think you still had a shot at it?
I thought it was over once he got to about 5/10 from me. I was really struggling to get around the lap guy, and I was kind of pleading for him to cut me a break, but they're entitled to run their line, so no harm, no foul there. And once he got around me, I figured we were just gonna kind of be status quo until we could find a way to lose the lapper. And I feel so bad about it. He got loose off of 4, and I just couldn't do anything about it. And I got in the back of him and turned him, and I feel so bad.
Well, you don't have to feel bad, man. You're the winner. And we all like when Pat gets wrecked, so it's okay. It's totally fine. Nobody really cares about that at all. But I will say, what about the thought of coming down pit road or not coming down pit road? You saw Pat did it, obviously, with a little bit of damage. Was there ever even a consideration you're going to come down and take tires?
If I wasn't gonna restart in the front row, I probably would have came down. I was kind of talking to Jacob about it while we were sitting there contemplating, and just pitting from the lead is so hard to do, especially when you just don't really know what's gonna happen on the green white checkered. Everyone, just kind of amps up. And once I saw Patrick dump off, I knew he was gonna dump off. I just didn't know how many more we were gonna have, and I was a little concerned when I saw him restarting in 11th and just kind of flying through the field. If we would have had 2 green white checkers, I was cooked. That's 100%.
Well, you weren't cooked. You're the winner. Congratulations, Jake. That was a fantastic race, a dominating race for you. And the floor is yours, man. Who do you have to thank?
I got to thank all of the broadcast team here. You guys are great. I can't wait to go back and watch it. Um, Go Locker Racing in general is just a wonderful place. I'm so happy to be here. Everything that you guys do is incredible. Lincoln Tech Save 22, Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs, InVets, ATYL. Um, I got to thank the Army guys that were in the channel with me. Uh, Jacob, James, Josh was having some pedal issues, unfortunately, and then Matt unfortunately had a little bit of issues early on in the race, but they were there. They were keeping my head up, especially after I accidentally got into Patrick. They were telling me I can be sad about it after the race, but I still got a race to run here.
All right, well, there you have it. Your winner tonight, Jake Bustos, takes the victory here at Auto Club, and I think Jake, you're caught up with second place, Daniel Parks.
Hey, Daniel, it's Jake and everybody else in the booth. How's it going, man?
Jake and everybody else.
Yeah, yep. We got a bunch of people up here on Wednesday nights, and we love every minute of it. But man, what a great run you had. Pretty silent all night, and then running in that top 8 area all night, and then you just snuck away with a second place finish. Tell me how you did it.
Yeah, I think I got lucky there. I that green flag pit stop almost killed me. I overshot my pit stall, so that was not great. And then I felt like I had speed. I was watching the leaders' lap times or listening to the leaders' lap times, and I was running pretty consistently with them. It just kind of happened with the way the cautions fell and where everybody was. And this track is so momentum based. You can kind of take somebody's momentum away by pinching them down low or pushing them up top. Lenky and I had that huge race rare off 4. I think he was defending Pat a little bit, but and that kind of killed his momentum. If Pat had another 100 feet, he was going to beat me, but it was wild. I'm happy to come out of here with a second place after everything that happened, and go on to the next one. I hate these cars, man. So I don't know how I did that. I just tried to hang with it all night long and keep myself in the top 10. And I was a little disappointed, like I said, after that pit stop where I overshot my pit stall. But you can't ask for a better finish than second, at least in where I'm sitting, because I don't come into these things expecting to win, especially against some of these guys that are just bad fast week in, week out.
You're definitely improving from week to week. We all see that. You had a great showing up here for the first responder team. And you got any sponsors? Thanks you want to shout out?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start off with Gym Printing and Promotions. You know, they're here with us since the beginning. You guys up there in V Speed, you guys do a great job. It's awesome that I get to do a commentating on the MX5s. I have a lot of fun doing that. Alexander PCs, Cruising Classics, uh, iRacing, MK Fire Design, Sim Motion, Lincoln Tech, and Save 22, and then my sponsor, Platoon 22, and all they do for the vets out there. So I'm just proud to be here, and again, I'm happy to have a great finish.
All right. Well, that was a pleasure speaking with you, Daniel. And congratulations on the second place. And Sam, I do think you got that third place finisher, head goat, Patrick Drabick.
Yeah, I got Pat, and he's gonna be the most interesting one to talk about because he was chasing down Jake Bustos, and then he got a little loose, a little turned around, and then he had to run through that field for the green white checker. So walk us through that, Pat. How was your heart rate? I'm sure your heart rate was running through your chest right there.
Yeah, that was exciting, man, and congratulations to Jake. I mean, he was so fast all night long, and he honestly got hung up by some of that laugh traffic, which allowed me to catch back up to him, and then was able to get around him, and he kind of clipped me in the rear there a little, got me loose, and then kind of finished me off. But I mean, that's just some damn hard racing going for the win at the end of the race. So there's no hard feelings there. But I figured after that happened, let's go throw some tires on the thing and see if I can't, cut my way up through the field. So that was pretty exciting. Just dodging people, kind of slamming into each other because I had such better tires. Trying to fight my way back up to the podium, and it did. So I don't know. That was a whole lot of fun. What a hell! What a race!
Yeah, I mean, Pat, you did really great. I mean, you were really working through the field. You had Skylar Daly helping you out a little bit right there. So great points for the Navy team tonight. Looking forward to the rest of the season. We got Nashville, and then we got our favorite track, Indianapolis, to close out the Warrior Series for the summer. What's your thoughts on that?
Nashville's always fun. Nashville, I mean, some people, there's a guy named Eddie Smith that absolutely hates the track, thinks it's a one lane, can't pass there type thing. I think he's incredibly wrong. I think it puts on some great racing. The concrete surface and the way it's a 1.3 miles, so it's not a cookie cutter. So we'll see what these guys do next week there. And we should be doing some shifting as well, which will add another dynamic into it. And then to finish out at Indianapolis will be a lot of fun. But I can't say it enough, man. This series is so awesome. Racing on the different teams and racing against each other, and the chat that goes back and forth, and the respect that happens on the track. Man, it's just so much fun.
Man, that's awesome to hear. And I kind of have to agree with Eddie, but we'll see next week how it goes. But who do you got to think for the third place tonight, Pat?
Yeah, nobody cares about your opinion. Uh, Big shout out to Save 22. They're
Oh,
so awesome and awesome to partner. I don't care about your opinion on tracks. Lincoln Tech and everything they do. All of our great partners and Jam Printing and Promotions and Cruising Classics, and MK Fire Designs and Alexander PCs and the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs and InVets, and of course the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, who just came on board as a sponsor of ours, as a partner of ours. So please check out the Fraternal Order of Eagles in your area. They're doing great work within their communities, and they're a great organization that gives back and does so much for their communities. So please go check out your local area, your local FOE, become a member there. But you guys in V Speed just knock it out of the park every time. It's so awesome to be able to showcase what Goat Locker does on such a high quality broadcast with great people, except for you, Sam, with crappy opinions. So thanks to everybody. Thanks to everybody that shows up, and man, we'll get after it again next week.
all right. Thanks, Pat. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. See you.
Well, I'm hurt, and I'm probably gonna have a beer about that. But Eddie and Jake, that was an entertaining race to watch. I can't wait for next week. Apparently, Pat's one of Pat's favorite tracks. We'll see how it goes for him. I hope it doesn't go well. But my name is Sam, Jake, and Eddie. What's your thoughts on going forward?
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, Nashville is my favorite track. I picked up my very first GLR win at Nashville Super Speedway, so that track holds a special place in my heart, and I love it. And I literally taught Pat everything he knows about that track, so I'm excited to see what he does. on the concrete oval and make it happen.
Well, I mean, look, if the racing is as good as it was tonight at Nashville, I'm fine with it. You know, I will be in the booth. I just watch it. I don't have to drive the damn thing, so I don't really care at that point. So if they can race like they did tonight, then I'm all for it, and it'll be a blast. And I know this series has been a knocking it out of the park. So good to see a Warrior only series. No dummies in here, no goobers. It's just straight Warriors, and it's something that's we've been needing here in Goat Locker for a long time. So really excited to see what next week brings, and then closing it out in Indy. Can't think of any better way of doing it.
Yeah, well, from the drop of the green flag to the end, it was lights out action for everybody. But with that, my name is Sam Yoso. Jake Ellingson and Eddie Smith were here with me tonight. Great to have Eddie, as always, helping us commentating. We'll be here next week again, same time for Nashville. We'll see you all next week.